here for a 5.7 Hemi. As you guys know, I got a 2014 Dodge Ram 5.7 Hemi that has right now 141 on the dash. This is my daily driver, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys today in today's video long-term care that you could do to keep your 5.7 Hemi running strong and pretty much see a pretty much long lifespan, pretty much. So welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday morning. As you guys can see right now, I'm currently in my 2014 Ram. This is my daily driver. I drive this truck everywhere, and obviously my goal is to turn this truck into a street truck, something that I could be able to drive, pretty much have fun with it and drive to work every now and then. Right now, she's just a boom stock pickup truck. Got window tints and probably, so I got my cool air intake. Nothing special yet, but we're gonna get there. So if you're here for your first time on the channel, definitely I would recommend that you subscribe to the channel and follow this build, because I got a lot of things planned this year for this truck. Right now, I'm currently waiting on suspension and stuff like that coming. But we got a lot of things: exhaust, performance mods, suspension, pretty much full in everything. So you definitely want to stick around. But so this is the long-term care that you could do to your 5.7 Hemi today, tomorrow, next week, this year, to really keep your 5.7 Hemi lifespan pretty much long. So most people don't really do these things because sometimes they just do like the bare minimum. But these are things that is pretty much tell you to do in your owner book. Like, that's 100% recommended that you pretty much do to keep your truck, if you want to keep your 5.7 Hemi running strong with less problems. I'm not saying that you're not going to have any kind of problem at all, but I'm just saying your chances of you having a lot of problems going to definitely be very slim. So that's the whole point of you keeping up with your maintenance. So when you talk about maintenance, the first thing I would recommend that you could do to your 5.7 Hemi obviously is don't do the basic oil. When you get an oil change, make sure you strictly just stick to full synthetic. Do not go with regular. Run what the vehicle is telling you to run, which is full synthetic. Obviously, don't think that you don't need to run full synthetic because your truck doesn't have a high mileage, or you got a lower mileage, so that doesn't really pretend to you or something like that. Don't ever think that, because this is what's supposed to be run in your 5.7 Hemi is the full synthetic oil blend. That's what's supposed to be run into your Hemi. Reason why you run full synthetic, it helps with the Hemi ticks. It also keep your, it's a thicker blend oil. It also keep your truck from having like issue and stuff like that. It helps the truck to function the way it's supposed to function compared to you running regular oil. It does cost a little bit more, but that's what it recommend that you run. So the number one thing to really have your Hemi living longer is make sure you get that full synthetic blend oil. That's the number one off the rip. Number two, that a lot of people sleep on. People don't really do this because they tend to think that it's not something that you need to do every time. But if you're gonna get an oil change, obviously I would recommend that you gotta get your filter replaced every oil change. The filter is as important as you getting an oil change too, because obviously your filter is there to help any kind of dirt, grime from stopping it from going into your 5.7 Hemi motor. So you want to make sure if you like me, you don't have a filter. I mean, you pretty much don't have the filter, and you just have strictly just a core air intake, then that's even better. A core air intake is even a lot better than you just running like the stock filter that comes on each truck that actually restrict them from seeing their pretty much full potential. So when you get an oil change, make sure you at least change your filter. The next thing that you're going to want to do after you get a filter change, like I said, not too many people do this because they don't think it's necessary, but it actually does. Do like every time, I wouldn't say do it every oil change, but try to do it at least probably every couple months or something like that. At least try to go with like full fluid swap, excuse me. When I mean full fluid swap, I'm talking about flushing out your radiator coolant, pretty much all your coolant. Like, make sure everything is, if it's clean, obviously you want to check it first. If it's clean, that's good. But if it's not clean, obviously, then you want to flush it out. Make sure it's nice and clean. And then, obviously, then you want to carry on with your vehicle. But most of the times, like, that's one thing a lot of people don't really check on, because you could be driving your truck the whole time, or whatever your car the whole time, and you could be driving around with some dirty fluids. All that stuff could really have some kind of impact later on down the road. So you want to make sure your fluids is up to date, nice and clean, just so you can be able to save yourself the headache later on down the road. And you can also make sure you check, like, pretty much all your fluids on your car. You want to check your brake fluid, stuff like that. Make sure you refill them. These are just all simple things that it literally tells you to really do with your vehicle in the owner book. I tell you all this stuff. These are not just stuff that I'm making up, or I don't just do these things because, but all of this really helps your vehicle at the end. It's a good thing. It's not, it's not a bad thing at all. Definitely good. I will 100% recommend that you do it. And my last but not least, that I personally think that not just if you own a car in general, to definitely use this, because this could help keep your car running good. It's called Redline Fuel System Cleaner, pretty much. You get it from AutoZone. You can get it from any kind of auto store, pretty much. This you can put in your car. It helps keep your car running good, and like pretty much it clean your fuel system too. It's not something you got to do every time, but every now and then I like to use it to make sure to keep everything running smooth and clean. Just so you don't run into any kind of issue later on down the road. But so just give you guys some few tips. These are long-term care for your 5.7 Hemi. If you care about your 5.7 Hemi, you need to start doing these things. Or if you're doing that already, that's good news. But these are things that I personally do, and to try to keep my truck running pretty much for quite some time. So if you find this information helpful, definitely make sure you give me thumbs up and leave a comment. Feel free to leave a comment, and I definitely appreciate those who take their time out to watch my videos and leave a comment, a positive comment. Definitely means a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.